All right, everybody. So I just discovered something new that I've never done before, which is pretty interesting. This is how you finish the box stitch, and I'm pretty sure this works for barrel stitch, which is a stitch I'll show you in the next video. Because I've probably said in previous videos you have to tie this off in a knot or glue it or burn it. You don't have to do that. This is actually way better. I think it looks neater too. So what you're going to do to start, you just do the basic box stitch, which I showed you in another video, so I'm just kind of rushing through this. Over, under, over, under. Oop. And when you get close to finishing a stitch, don't tighten it. Leave it loose, like that. Now, I'm going to do this now, but I'm not going to really show you in a lot of detail because this is one of those things that is going to be really hard for me to show you with my camera. And even if I had the right angle, this is a very hard thing to understand by just watching me do it. So if you go every week on MissBetty'sDayCamp.org, at the top of the homepage, I put a thing that says Virtual Camp Week 1. I think right now it says Virtual Camp Week 2. By the time this video is posted, it should say Virtual Camp Week 3. Click on that. That takes you to our newsletter that I post every week. And every week there is a part of the newsletter that says Gimp lanyards. And there's a link next to that which will take you to this. It'll open on your web browser, a big PDF that's like 100 some pages long. And it's just a book full of diagrams that show you how to do Gimp stuff. And if you go to page 118 of that PDF, it's called the completion stitch, and it will show you in detail with good pictures of how to do this. I was looking at this book I have, and the only the only picture that it showed how to finish was this, and this description was terrible. So go to the website; it's way better. So anyway, what you're essentially going to be doing is you're going to take a string and you're going around under the string next to it. It's neighbor string of the opposite color. So for this pink one, I'm going down and under the tail end of this white string, and then up and through the center. So as you can see in this square, this center square right here, this middle part, all your strings are basically wrapping and then going up and under and up through the middle, so that by the end, all the strings are coming up through the middle. So when you tighten this, which I'll show you in the end, you'll have a neat little knot. So I'm going to try to do that now. So this one goes under the white. I'm not going to really show you. I'm just going to do it so that I can do it and just show you the end product here. Yep, that's right. And this one goes under the pink, up. And this one goes under the white, and up. And this last one would go under the pink and up. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. So now, once you think you've got all the strings coming up through the center, which I do, I'm not going to tighten this yet. Don't tighten it yet. So it looks like that from the top. It kind of looks like this weird cluster all around. That's good. Before you tighten it, slowly pull it and look for any strings that are bent or twisted, and undo that. So here's one right here. So see my white string right there is twisted around. I'm just going to find its end, push it out, untwist it. There we go. And now see how it's laying pretty fat. This is a hard one to see if there's any kinks in it, because see how like this gimp in this finished stitch is so windy and twisted. Everything's going in such weird directions. It's hard to spot any kinks in your stitching. So you might have to do this a couple times before you get it. But now mine, as you can see, it looks pretty good. I don't see any major twists. I mean, obviously the gimp is bending and like going in weird funky directions, so it's hard to know what the heck I'm talking about right now. But that looks pretty right to me. So at this point, you can, don't tighten it too hard, just give it a final tug so it's looking like it's close to completion. And every time you tighten it a little bit more, just give it a once over. Look at it one more time, see, okay, does that look good? It does look good to me, actually. Look good to me. Okay, I'm going to tighten it one more time. Oh, that's nice. Snice. There's snice. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I've never done that before. Wow, that's so much better than gluing it or cutting it. So now you get this kind of, and it makes like a pretty cool design at the top. So you get this extra little bump there. Oh, I really like that. You learn something new every day. I've been doing Gimp for 34 years, and I just discovered something new. It just goes to show. You're never too old. Oh, that's really cool. All right. And that's it. And then you can leave this as long as you want. Maybe like trim it to right there. Whatever you want to do. I wouldn't cut it too close to this, because I was saying before, Gimp is really slippery and it tends to come loose. And even if it doesn't come super loose, if you cut this really tight and it loosens even a little bit and one of these strings pops out, it's going to be super hard to fish a really short end of string back into that knot. So I would give yourself at least an inch or two of extra Gimp hanging out. That kind of looks cool. Wow! I'm surprised even myself. So anyway, that's how you do that. And I didn't mention this on a previous video, but if you want to know how to start square stitch on that PDF I was talking about on the homepage on the newsletter, page 16 has how to start the this, they call it a square stitch on the PDF. So it says starter square stitch, page 16. I call this box, but that's where you can find that. And then in our next video, I will show you how to do barrel stitch. Thanks.